Okay, I'm going to attempt to vlog on my ride home from work, and I drive a stick, so occasionally I do need both my hands, and hopefully this will work out and I won't, drop the camera in the middle of this. But I was going to write a big long blog entry about why I haven't been writing lately at all and how I've been really busy and really sick, but I don't really have time to sit down and write all of it, so I will just tell you that I've been really busy and really sick. Last week I spent 5 days sitting on our comfy chair with like the most wretched cold that I have had in, any sort of recent memory. It was pretty awful. Like every time that I get sick, I'm back on a health kick, and I'm taking vitamins and eating good food and cooking and making sure that I'm taking care of myself because, of course, that prevents sickness. We'll see. Other than that, things that I've been doing, I have been, I went to the Nerdfighter gathering in Pittsburgh last Thursday. I was still sick when I went. I really shouldn't have gone. I felt absolutely awful by the end of it. Who would have thought that sitting for 2 hours not in your own home would be so exhausting, but it absolutely was. And so, yeah. But I did get to meet Hank and John Green, which was awesome, and there's some video in my YouTube channel that you can check out if you're interested at all. But John Green signed my copy of Paper Towns, which I absolutely adored, and unfortunately, since I was so sick and feeling so crappy, I left as soon as he signed my book, so I didn't get a chance to hang out later and talk to him anymore and ask him the question that I really wanted to ask him, which was whether or not he had read Jerry Spinelli's Stargirl and whether Paper Towns was at all inspired by that, because I do find a lot of similarities between the books, and they're both very cool, very awesome books that I would recommend that you read. Other than that, I've been getting ready for the other Wizard Rock show that we're having. It's on Tuesday. If you're not on my email list, I will tell you that it's at Your Inner Vagabond. The show starts at 7. I got an email from Matt the other day saying he was really excited about it. I'm also very excited about it. It should be lots and lots of fun, and I have a whole bunch of friends who are coming. You guys are awesome, by the way, for supporting Wizard Rock, even if you don't like Harry Potter or Wizard Rock. So, and other than that, I know I promised to write something about the various propositions that were passed and add more to the political discussion on my blog, which I really appreciate all of the fantastic, well thought out comments that everybody has been making. Whether or not I agree with you, I totally respect your opinion, and I appreciate that you take the time to write these things. Yeah, I was really disappointed in Arizona, Florida, and California, of course. I don't know, for me, as far as I'm concerned, you want to define marriage as a religious institution, that's fine, but then you have to say that I'm not married either. And that's fine too. You want to have some sort of distinction between those things, we can do that. However, denying people basic civil rights because of their sexual orientation is not something that I could ever get behind or even remotely understand. But that being said, I was also pretty pleased about Michigan, who has legalized medical marijuana, which is excellent. Also, Massachusetts has decriminalized marijuana to the point where it is nearly a citable offense. You get a $100 citation, I think it is, for anything less than 30 grams. Fayetteville, Arkansas, and Hawaii County, Hawaii, have both also declared that adult marijuana use has to be the lowest priority for local law enforcement, which I think is also a great thing. Law enforcement officers obviously have a lot to worry about without having to track down who's smoking a joint in their home at the age of, God forbid, 25, 30 years old. You're obviously old enough to weigh the pros and cons of things for yourself and make a valid decision. This week, sadly, Martin and Francie are leaving. Francie left yesterday, Martin's leaving tomorrow. These are two of our German friends that I work with, and I had told them that no more Germans were allowed to leave, but unfortunately they have lives and parents and homes in Germany that they have to deal with. and go back to. So there's that. And we spent Tuesday night at PHI sort of celebrating that. Alright, cheers!
Go Penguins! Go Germans!
Ready?
I'm ready. I don't care.
Awesome. It was the first happy hour that I've been to in like 3 weeks, which I felt really guilty about because there was the Wizard Rock show and then the election and then sickness. So it had been a long time. And I felt really bad. Apparently, one of the bartenders started a rumor that we had all lost our jobs and that we were no longer at happy hour because we couldn't afford to drink anymore, which I found to be fairly hilarious, but definitely untrue, and hopefully we'll get back in the swing of things because weekly happy hours are very important to me. I love seeing the people that come, and yeah, it's just a tradition that should not go by the wayside. Other than that, I'm going to see Twilight tomorrow. Should be interesting. I can't decide if it's going to be bad in a fun way or bad in a I'm really sorry that I paid to see this way. From the previews, it looks like it's going to be just like the books, which is overwrought, melodramatic, and that's fine. I mean, as much as I've complained about the books, I did enjoy reading them. The story is a good story, so that's fine. And Robert Pattinson, I guess, is adorable enough. I'm really excited to actually see Alice and Jacob, of course, who apparently has like 3 lines in the movie, which is okay because he doesn't really come out in this book very much. So I'm sorry that I haven't been keeping up, and I hope everybody is well, and yeah, I will write something more meaningful and interesting in the near future. I forgot to mention before that we had our first real snow of the year. I love snow, I love winter, I love everything that happens in winter, so I was really, really excited to see that.
Are you videotaping with pumping gas?
Yeah, I was going to videotape our first snow. Look, it's on the car.